Today I'll be explaining how to solve the parity algorithm in under 5 seconds. Alright, so as explained in the intro, I'll be explaining how to solve the edge variant of the Square-1 parity algorithm. Now, it is important to note before you learn this algorithm that there will be a bar flip when this algorithm is done. The bottom layer will also be moved by a 0, -3, also known as a D prime, if you think of it like that. And the top layer will stay the same, so no need to do anything on the top layer, unless it's like AUF, but that's besides the point. So, this is actually one of the longest algorithms I personally know, so it is going to be very daunting to learn, but I will help you guys break it down into multiple steps in order to figure this algorithm out for yourselves. So the algorithm will be shown down below and goes a little something like this. Slash -30 slash 03 slash 0 -3 slash 03 slash 20 slash 02 slash -20 slash 40 slash 0 -2 slash 02 slash 14 slash 0 -3 slash, and then the bottom layer by 03. That one doesn't happen all the time, so that last move can be different. So now we're moving on to the memorization and execution tips. Now for memorization and execution, the only advice I have is that the best thing you can do for yourself is try to memorize U's and D's when necessary. So if you see a -3 on the algorithm or a 03, it could be U or D or U prime, D prime. It definitely helps with memorizing. Now the second piece of advice I have is to look for certain shapes while you're doing the parity algorithm. It helps with figuring out which part of the algorithm you're in. Now it is really hard to get the hang of it at first, so definitely drill this algorithm until it gets into your memory. Now with memorizing with U's and D's, the only advice I have is to try to memorize it using this subversion of the algorithm, which goes a little something like this. Slash U prime slash D slash D prime slash D slash 20 slash 02 slash -20 slash 40 slash 0 -2 slash 02 slash -14 slash D prime slash with a D as the last move, which again can be different depending on your orientation when doing the algorithm. Another tip I have for anyone trying to learn parity is when you get parity on the bottom, the best case scenario you can do is misalign the bottom layer by 0, 2. This will effectively put the parity on top and you can do the normal parity algorithm. So it's a setup move, parity algorithm. Now when you get to the very end of the algorithm, which would be the kite, you do a 0, 2 again, and then realign it just with a 2. Now that would be a great way to solve parity on the bottom. You can practice that as many times as you need. I think it's fairly helpful. Additionally, the best case scenario whenever you get the parity without a bar flip is that you will have to move either the top layer or bottom layer to get the bar flipped. Now, What I mean by this is when you do the parity algorithm, what I will do, since the bottom is already misaligned, I move that with a D, boom, D2, boom, and then realign it with a D prime to get the bottom layer adjusted. So yeah, those are two cases in which parity is slightly different, and I definitely recommend you guys to play around with that and figure it out on your own. It's definitely worth learning, and it's definitely helpful in the long run. Alright, so my second piece of advice is, like I said earlier, to look for certain shapes on top while you're doing the algorithm. This will help you guide you while you're doing the algorithm and figure out where in the algorithm you are and what your next step should be. I'll show a quick example of this and explain my thought process while I'm doing the algorithm. So, again, when you slice, you move the top kite toward your left hand. And now you get fist, fist. From here, you'll do an algorithm that's normally preserved for N on bottom, J on top, which will go D, slice, D prime, slice, D, slice. This will give you barrel on top, kite on bottom. What you'll do with this is you'll misalign the barrel by a 2, 0. Slice, and now what you'll do is you move this pawn on the bottom by 0, 2. Slice, and now you get this shape. Do the exact same thing you did at the beginning, which would be to move it towards your left hand. Slice, you get kite, you get a fist, which will be a 4. You'll preserve this pair. So when you do that, you'll do a -2 on the bottom. Slice, you get pawn, pawn. With pawn, pawn, you'll align them so they match themselves. And from here, you'll solve this with slice, -1, 4, slice, D prime, slice, D. Now, that is what I mean when I say look out for certain shapes and help it guide you. You can always take a look at the algorithm yourself and figure out if maybe there's something that might help you figure out this algorithm and help you memorize this algorithm a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, please consider subscribing and liking this video. And maybe one day, you too will be able to solve this parity algorithm in under 5 seconds. Enjoy this video, and again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.